Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thrilled to have you here today to explore a topic that has long captivated our imaginations and continues to thrive in popular culture: the intriguing connection between vampires and human desire. The enduring allure of vampires with their immortal and seductive qualities has been a staple in myths, legends, literature, and cinema for centuries. Whether it's Bram Stoker's iconic Dracula or the modern day phenomenon of the Twilight series, vampires have consistently been portrayed as enigmatic and charismatic figures. They possess the power to entrance, seduce, and captivate both their victims and audiences, making them symbols of our deepest and often suppressed desires. Today, we are going to delve into this enthralling world of vampires and desire, aiming to understand the complex relationship between them. Throughout this presentation, we will navigate through the historical roots of vampire lore. We'll then move on to discuss how vampires have been depicted as seductive and sexual creatures. We'll also delve into the themes of power and control within vampire narratives. Next, we'll explore the symbolism of transformation and immortality in vampire lore. We will then turn our attention to modern interpretations of vampires, exploring how they continue to tap into our desires. We'll highlight some popular series and characters that reflect these themes. By the end of this presentation, I hope we will have a deeper understanding of how vampire lore has perpetuated and transformed our understanding of human desires throughout history and continues to do so today. So without further ado, let's embark on this captivating journey throughout vampires and desire. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into the historical roots of vampire lore. It's here that we uncover the origins of these captivating legends and their deep connection to societal taboos. Vampires have existed in various forms across cultures and time periods. They were often seen as menacing, blood drinking demons. Their origins in these myths and legends were intertwined with our own forbidden desires, those aspects of human existence that were often shrouded in mystery and danger. For example, in Slavic folklore, creatures like the Uper were feared for their ability to drain the life force from the living. In ancient Greece, the Lamia was a child devouring monster, showcasing the darker aspects of desire and appetite. These myths symbolize the fear of unbridled desires, often categorized as dangerous or taboo within society. Through the history of vampires, it becomes easier to uncover the threads that connect these mythical creatures to our most hidden yearnings and societal fears, represented by sex, money, power, and control. This connection sets the stage for an exploration of how vampires continue to captivate and symbolize our desires in contemporary culture. Let's now explore the allure of seduction and sexuality within vampire narratives. For centuries, vampires have been portrayed as alluring and seductive figures. They possess an innate magnetism that draws humans to them, often leading to forbidden and passionate encounters. This portrayal resonates with our own desires, especially those of romance and sexuality. Consider the iconic image of Dracula as depicted in Bram Stoker's novel. Dracula's charismatic and sensuous nature is central to his character. His ability to charm and seduce his victims is both thrilling and disturbing. This seductive quality taps into our innate desires for a forbidden romance and intense attraction. But Dracula is just one example. Throughout the history of vampire literature and cinema, we encounter vampires who embody the erotic and seductive, whether it's Anne Rice's Lestat or enchanting characters in Interview with the Vampire. These stories explore the intense desires that lie just beneath the surface of our everyday lives. Vampires often serve as a metaphor for the forbidden and the taboo, allowing us to explore our desires in a safe and imaginative way. They offer a realm where our deepest and often hidden passions can be freely expressed and indulged. While exploring this concept, it is easy to examine how vampires have been vehicles for exploring and exploiting human sexual desires. Next, let's continue our exploration into the themes of power and control in vampire stories and how these themes are intricately woven into desires. Throughout the history of vampire lore, these immortal creatures have often been symbols of power and dominance. They possess an allure that goes beyond mere physical attractiveness. It's a power that captivates and ensnares their victims and audiences alike. In many vampire stories, the vampire human relationship is characterized by a power dynamic where vampires exert control over their human counterparts. This exploration of power mirrors our own desires, both overt and concealed. Vampires represent a fantasy of power and dominance that can be enticing. The appeal of a charismatic and powerful vampire often lies in our own desires for control and influence, even when we might not admit it openly. These narratives allow us to safely explore the dynamics of power and control within the real world without the real world consequences. It's a realm where desires for dominance and submission can be examined, and where we can grapple with our own hidden yearnings in a relatable and limited way. Let's explore another facet of our fascination with vampires, their appeal in the context of transformation and immortality. In vampire lore, the concept of transformation and immortality is central. Vampires, as immortal beings, embody the timeless yearning for eternal life, a desire shared by humans throughout history. Vampires, in their unending existence, offer us a glimpse into what it means to transcend mortality. The idea of becoming something other than human can be immensely appealing. This, too, reflects a deep seated human desire to escape the limitations of our own mortality. Vampires often undergo a transformative process from mortal to immortal as part of their lore. This transformation allows them to exist beyond the boundaries of human life, giving them a unique and eternal perspective. Consider the allure of characters like Edward Cullen from Twilight. Edward's immortality and eternal youth are a source of fascination for Bella, and their relationship explores the complexities of desire and longing for the eternal. The concept of transformation also plays a role into the vampire narrative. The metamorphosis from human to vampire often involves a profound change in abilities, appearance, and even morality. This transformation can be both enticing and frightening, mirroring our own desires to change and evolve. Vampires symbolize our desire for transcendence and transformation, whether it's a desire for eternal life, personal growth, or a change in identity. Now let's shift our focus to modern interpretations of vampires and how these narratives continue to reflect and evolve alongside our desires in contemporary culture. Throughout the years, vampires have evolved with the changing tides of society, reflecting our ever evolving desires and cultural shifts. The enduring appeal of vampires remains a testament to their adaptability. In modern interpretations, vampires continue to resonate with our desires in new and unexpected ways. They are no longer confined to the dark corners of folklore, but have become central figures in literature, film, and television. These contemporary stories often subvert traditional vampire tropes and explore a wide range of themes, from love and identity to existential questions. They remain vehicles for addressing our deepest desires through though the context has evolved. For instance, in Let the Right One In, a vampire story set in a coming-of-age narrative, we witness the complexities of human desire, loneliness, and friendship. What We Do in the Shadows takes a comedic approach to the vampire genre, offering a fresh perspective on the idea of immortality and eternal youth. In series like The Vampire Diaries and True Blood, the exploration of desire goes beyond the physical to delve into themes of love, morality, and the blurred lines between good and evil. These modern interpretations allow us to engage with our evolving desires and societal values. The enduring appeal of vampires in the 21st century suggests that they continue to serve as a mirror to our desires and an outlet for exploring the complexities of human experience. In our journey through vampires and desire, we come to a significant moment in the history of vampire cinema, the film The Hunger. Directed by Tony Scott and based on the novel by Whitley Strieber, The Hunger is a unique exploration of the seductive allure of vampirism. This film challenges traditional vampire stereotypes and delves into complex themes related to desire. The film stars Catherine Deneuve as Marion Blaylock, a centuries-old vampire, and David Bowie as her companion John. Miriam's seductive and immortal nature captivates her victims, leading to intense and passionate relationships. Yet beneath the surface of eternal youth and beauty, the characters grapple with the consequences of their desires. The Hunger invites us to question the nature of immortality and the impact of eternal desires. It highlights the transient nature of human existence and the struggle to reconcile our insatiable desire with the reality of our mortality. The film's exploration of the intimate and forbidden aspects of desire makes it a thought-provoking addition to the vampire genre. The Hunger challenges us to question the limits of our own desire and what we are willing to sacrifice in pursuit of them. As we reflect on this cinematic representation, we can see how The Hunger contributes to our understanding of the complex relationship between vampires and desire. It is a testament to the enduring fascination that vampires hold in our collective imagination. Now let's continue our exploration, turning our attention to another influential work in the realm of vampire and desire, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Created by John Whedon, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a groundbreaking series that redefines the vampire genre by delving into complex themes of desire, power, and morality. The series revolves around Buffy Summers, a young woman who is chosen by the Slayer, destined to battle vampires, demons, and other supernatural forces throughout the show. Vampires are not merely villains to be defeated, but characters with intricate desires and struggles of their own. One of the central characters is Angel, a vampire with a soul who falls in love with Buffy. This romantic relationship epitomizes the complexities of desire, love, and the challenges of balancing the human and vampire aspects of Angel's existence. Buffy the Vampire Slayer also explores the moral dilemmas faced by its characters. Buffy often confronts the gray areas of right and wrong, and the show possesses questions about power, responsibility, and the consequences of one's personal wants and desires. The series serves as a metaphor for the challenges and choices we all face in navigating our desires and the complexities of human relationships. Buffy and her friends grapple with love, lust, and the ever present danger of succumbing to darkness. Buffy the Vampire Slayer offers a unique perspective on how vampires and their desires are portrayed in popular culture. It shows that these supernatural creatures are not just vessels for fear and terror, but also vehicles for examining the human condition. Buffy the Vampire Slayer helps us gain insight into complexities of desire, love, power, and the blurred lines between good and evil. Now let's take another look at an iconic work that has left an indelible mark on the world of vampires and desire, Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. Twilight is a series of young adult novels that captivated readers around the world. It tells the story of Bella Swan and Edward Cullen, a human girl and a vampire whose love story is the heart of the narrative. At the core of Twilight lies a captivating exploration of desire, particularly the desire for forbidden love and romantic attraction. The series artfully weaves themes of love, longing, and the complexities of being in love with a vampire. Edward's immortality and eternal youth are a source of fascination for Bella as she is drawn to his unique qualities. The relationship becomes a metaphor for the power and often tumultuous feelings that associated with desire and love. Twilight exemplifies how vampires have become synonymous with alluring and charismatic figures who tap into the depths of human desires. The series offers a contemporary take on the eternal appeal of vampire stories as they continue to mirror our evolving desires in the modern world. As we analyze Twilight, we gain insight into this series and others like it, captures the enduring allure of vampires and their connection to the most profound aspects of our desires. Now, as we near the end of our journey, we'll summarize our findings and reflect on the lasting impact of vampire lore in the realm of desires. Throughout this presentation, we have uncovered the enduring connection between vampires and human desire as portrayed in myths, legends, literature, and popular culture. We've delved into the historical roots of vampire folklore and how it's deeply intertwined with societal taboos and suppressed desires. We've also explored the seductive and sexual aspects of vampires, discussing how they tap into our most intimate desires for love, passion, and forbidden attraction. The theme of power and control within vampire narratives has shown us how vampires embody the appeal of dominance and the desire to exert control over others. The symbolism of transformation and immortality within vampire lore has allowed us to glimpse into our eternal yearning for transcending mortality and changing our own identities. We've seen that vampires in modern interpretations remain vehicles for addressing our deepest and ever-changing desires. In conclusion, we'll find that vampires persistently mirror our deepest desires, offering a safe and imaginative space for exploring complex themes. Whether it's the allure of immortality, the intensity of seductive attraction, or the complexities of power and control, vampires continue to resonate with our evolving desires and societal values. Vampires and desire is not just a captivating topic, but a reflection of the enduring human fascination with the supernatural and the mysterious. As long as human desire remains a powerful force in our lives, vampires will continue to captivate and intrigue us, serving as eternal symbols of our hidden longings. Thank you for joining me on this journey through vampires and desire.